Have you ever given someone your whole heart and then watched them hand it back to you, broken? Not broken by accident, but broken on purpose. Today, I'm going to tell you a story about trust, a story about trust, a story about lies, and a story about a best friend who smiled at my face while planning my fall behind my back. This is not just my story. This might be your story too. So please listen until the end, because the lesson I learned changed my life forever. Let me introduce you to two friends. Let's call them Vikram and Neil. Vikram and Neil grew up in the same small lane, same school, same dreams. If you saw one, the other was never far away. Vikram was the quiet one. He liked books, numbers, and staying in the background. Neil was the loud one. Everyone loved him. He could talk his way into any room. They were not just friends. They were brothers, without the same blood. After college, they started a small business together, a delivery service. Nothing fancy, just two old scooters and a lot of hope. Vikram handled the money, the accounts, the late nights. Neil handled the clients, the meetings, the big promises. And for 2 years, it worked beautifully. They made their first million rupees, small, but theirs. Vikram's mother used to say, "Beta, be careful. Money changes people." And Vikram would always laugh. He would say, "Ma, Neil is not people. Neil is family." Asterisk, beat. But here's the thing about family. Sometimes they know exactly where to cut you, because they know exactly where you are weakest. One day, a big investor came to town, a wealthy man with a fancy car and an even fancier suit. He offered them a deal, 3 crore rupees. But only if the business became a private limited company. Only one name on the papers. Neil came to Vikram with this news. He was excited. His eyes were shining. "Vikram," he said, "this is our chance. A real chance." Vikram trusted Neil completely, so he said, "You handle the paperwork, brother. I trust you." And Neil smiled. A few weeks passed. Vikram started noticing small things. The bank statements stopped coming to his email. The investors stopped calling Vikram's phone. When Vikram asked questions, Neil would laugh and say, "Relax, Yar. You think too much. I am handling everything." Vikram believed him. Why wouldn't he? This was Neil, his brother. Then one morning, Vikram went to the bank to withdraw money for a small emergency. The bank manager looked at him strangely. "Sir," the manager said, "you have no authority on this account anymore." Vikram laughed. "What do you mean?" "This is my company." The manager shook his head. "Not anymore, sir. The ownership was transferred last month. The new sole owner is Mr. Neil Sharma." Vikram's legs felt weak. He held the wall. He called Neil. No answer. He called again. No answer. He went to Neil's house. The gate was locked. The security guard said, "Sir, the family left 3 days ago. They said they are moving to another city." Vikram sat on the footpath outside Neil's empty house for 3 hours, just staring at the locked door. He didn't cry. He couldn't. He just kept whispering to himself, "Not Neil, not my Neil." That night, he found a long message on his phone. From Neil. It said, "I'm sorry, Vikram, but the investor wanted only one captain on the ship. I chose myself. Business is business. Please don't hate me." Vikram read that message 47 times, not because he didn't understand it, but because he couldn't believe that 15 years of friendship ended with the words, "Business is business." The next 6 months were the darkest of Vikram's life. He lost his savings. He lost his house. His mother had to sell her gold bangles just to pay for their rent. And Neil? Neil was living in a big city, posting photos on social media. New car, new watch, new life. One night, Vikram's mother found him sitting on the terrace at 2 a.m. Staring at the sky. She sat next to him, and she said something that Vikram never forgot. She said, "Beta, did you lose a friend? or did you find the truth? Vikram looked at her. Ma, how can you be so calm? He destroyed us. His mother held his hand, and she said, no, Beta, he destroyed your business, but he did not destroy you. Those are two different things. That night, Vikram made a decision. He decided he would not become a bitter man. He would not spend his life cursing Neil's name, because bitterness is like a heavy rock you carry everywhere. The person who gave you the rock doesn't even feel its weight, only you do. So Vikram started over. He borrowed a small amount from a kind uncle. He started a new business, a smaller one, just him. One room, one table, one fan that made too much noise, no partnership, no blind trust, just honest work. Today, 5 years later, Vikram's business is not huge, but it is stable. It is peaceful. His mother does not have to sell her bangles anymore. And Neil? The big investor left Neil after 1 year. The fancy car was repossessed. The new friends disappeared. Last Vikram heard, Neil was working as a sales manager in a small town, living with the guilt of what he did. Vikram never took revenge. He never filed a case. Do you know why? Because one day, Neil's mother called Vikram, crying. She said, Vikram Beta, my son has not slept peacefully in 3 years. He dreams about your face every night. Please, just once, tell him you forgive him. Vikram thought for a long time. Then he sent Neil a single message. It said, I don't forget what you did, but I am tired of carrying the anger. So yes, I forgive you. Not because you deserve it, but because I deserve to be free. Neil replied within 1 minute, just 3 words. Thank you, brother. But Vikram knew they were not brothers anymore. And that was okay. So here is the moral of this story. And please, listen to this carefully. Losing a friend to betrayal is painful, very painful, but staying angry at that friend for years is like cutting your own finger and blaming someone else for the blood. You cannot control what people do to you, but you can control how long you let it hurt you. Some people are not permanent in your story. They are just lessons. Painful lessons, but lessons that make you wiser, not colder. If you are watching this today and you have been betrayed by someone you loved, I want you to take a slow breath and ask yourself one question. Am I still giving that person free rent in my mind because they don't deserve that space? You do. Your peace does. Your future does. Vikram once told me, the opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is indifference. When you stop caring about what they did, that is when you have truly won. So go ahead, forgive. Not for them, for you. And remember, the same hands that got broken can still build something beautiful. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Subscribe if you want more stories that heal, not just entertain. And as always, take care of yourself. Because you matter.